everyone, it's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, you guys, I've talked about many unethical things, unethical businesses, unethical influencers, you name it. I'm just kind of all over. If I see something, I talk about something, any weird corners of the internet. Recently, there was a situation on TikTok that happened that just utterly shocked me. And it's quite concerning for me because I want to have a conversation about influencer culture as someone who is in this industry and just is seeing absolute hell and chaos on TikTok. We're going to be talking about an out of touch influencer situation and my 2 cents on it. So the backstory pretty much is a content creator was invited, my bad, not technically invited. She was a +1 to go to an influencer's birthday party. The whole situation essentially fell apart because she thought it was okay to review the birthday party. Some of the things that she said was just insane. It's nuts. Okay. There's a lot going on. Buckle up. Trust me on this. This is a nightmare, and we need to talk about the out of touch aspects of influencer culture and influencers. Before we hop into today's video though, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My Instagram, TikTok, and so much more is in the description below, and my second channel where we do other fun reactions and podcast episodes. You guys, this month's episodes are so good. Thank you so much for watching, and let's hop in. Let's start off with introducing the characters. So the first person we have is Marina. Now, I need to make a very, very big preface on this. I do not know these people, okay? And I've kind of noticed that sometimes when I talk about certain creators and I maybe come to a defense of somebody, I will have people in my comments saying like, oh, do you know about this person and this action? I'm not going to support someone who's a piece of shit, okay? I'm not. What I am going to support is the topical conversation at hand where someone is being wronged and how we need to bring awareness to the situation in general. So Rhegan and Marina are the 2 parties in this conversation. I do not know these people. I do not know enough about them. I am not aware about anything about them. So if some of these people have done some shitty things, I don't know. Marina, set the scene. She is a content creator that I can see is on Instagram that has a few thousand followers on there. She had 50,000 on TikTok, which is kind of now growing to around 62, I think, followers on TikTok now that I check. Looks like she's a lifestyle fashion content creator. Cool, right? Not a big deal. So she makes a video introducing the fact that she is invited to a really big mega influencer's birthday party. That's kind of like what she was, alluding to. Now, Rhegan is someone who has a shit ton of followers on here. You know, the TikTokers that kind of like talk about whatever, do whatever, just be them. That's kind of what this is, like a personality. How in the does, a birthday party get to be horrendous and dramatic? Oh, let me tell you. So I would love to show you guys the first bit of this, which is the main character, Marina, who is talking about how she's invited to this party.
To Rhegan 777 birthday party. Here is my OOTD. I am a +1. So excited to be there. Just people watch. I am a psych major, so one thing about me is I'm gonna analyze.
Okay, first thing I need to say, this is odd, right? Usually when you're getting ready for something like with an OOTD, the first red flag that popped up for me is the fact that I'm a +1, I'm a psych major, I'm gonna analyze people. I'm like, I just thought that was such a random thing to mention. So that was kind of like the first red flag to the situation. It's like, this person's probably gonna be a little bit of an issue, like this person's gonna cause some problems.
This is Shein, Target boots, Giddy by Lizzo bodysuit, Coach. I got it from Facebook Market. Wish me luck.
So that's it. That was kind of the introduction to like, I'm going to a birthday party. I'm a +1. So she wasn't on the actual invite list. Now, looking over the entire party, there was conversation that this was a big birthday party. It looks like there was a brand that was involved that could have potentially been sponsoring the party for the content creator Rhegan. And then we get into the world of the invite list. So it looks like there was around 200 people that were invited. So for LA and a party, I'm assuming that's pretty damn good, right? And for a birthday party of like, you can invite +1s. I'm sure it was going to be, it was supposed to be bumping. There's supposed to be a lot of shit going on. Very generous, I think, for a host and for someone who is hosting a party to even allow +1s. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I know 200 people. Let me be real here, okay? I have a few friends and then I have all y'all on here. You know what I mean? I think that is quite generous of someone to do. Now, this is her video where she comes back and quite literally reviews the birthday party. Now, this is where I'm like, oh, we're not starting this. This is not gonna become a trend of being like this online.
I'm currently getting canceled because I went to an influencer's birthday party and I said that I didn't have fun, so I decided to leave. For some context, here were the vibes of the party.
First of all, I'm so sorry. I can't look away from this. Oopsies, I'm getting canceled as a caption. Do you not feel embarrassed? If someone comes to a birthday party and goes out of their way to be like, here's the vibes, it was boring, and edit sneaker sounds, how much of an asshole do you have to be? So the real controversy is kicking in because we're reviewing a birthday party. Like, I can't comprehend that. But the fact that you're like, I'm reviewing a birthday party, here are the vibes, like, ew. You absolutely, like, that's insane.
Like, do you guys blame me for wanting to leave a little early? Expectations were so high. I was super excited to go. I did go as a +1, so my friend was invited. I posted an OOTD, which is where I'm getting a lot of these comments. You can see I am so excited to work for the dating app Bumble and to put on ambassador and influencer events, collab with bars all the time, so we would cover drinks, food, and even sometimes Ubers. So that was kind of my expectation, and my expectations weren't met. Just felt like I was gonna have to spend money.
So let me break this down. Oh God, I have so many things to say. So for any of y'all who don't know anything about like influencer events versus like what the hell this was. So an influencer event, for example, I've been invited to like some of them. You can show up and like the drinks can be paid for. Like you just show up and kind of grab and hang out. Sometimes there's gifts depending on the brand. Sometimes like it's just, you know, very like catered to, because it's kind of like a partnership of like, hey, I'm offering like food, drinks, some things, like we network, collaborate, they're hosting, they're paying for some things, and then you're there to network and create content for the brand, like something along those lines. Really depends on the brand though. But the brand has a marketing budget. That is exactly why they are paying for so much. Also, some of these marketing budgets might include actually paying for an influencer to show up, maybe paying for any content in general to even be made, just things like that. It's more of like a marketing job, and it is a like work thing. You know what I mean? Like, can it be fun? Absolutely, but it's a work related thing. So what she's discussing is, hi, I went to a Bumble event and I had the experience of drinks were paid for, food was paid for, and sometimes Ubers are paid for, and my expectations were not hit. First and foremost, dost thou not have a grip on reality? Like, fuck me. I'm sorry. We're talking about a birthday party. I'm telling y'all right now, I would naturally assume with a birthday party that, you know, a birthday party is not an influencer event. Meaning a lot of people will go out of their way to maybe bring a gift for the birthday girl. Maybe they're like, oh, birthdays are expensive, not probably expecting for the birthday girl to also pay for everything. Does that happen sometimes? Yes. Does also, you know, maybe if she's hosting it at like a club or something, does maybe that expectation of like, I'm going to pay for everything happen? That's kind of nuts, I would say. If anything, I would assume someone would want to pay for a drink for the birthday girl. You know what I'm saying? But having an expectation for somebody to essentially pay for your Uber and drinks and everything when you're not even on the list, you were just luckily there at the right place and right time to be invited by a friend who was on the list to go. Here's the second thing I also want to say. If you are somebody who has expectations for somebody else's birthday party, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get a grip. You need to log out. You need to go touch some grass. You need to roll in it. You need to shove it up your ass for all I care. You need to get a grip on reality, because how do you have expectations for somebody else's birthday party? It is not about you. It is a birthday party celebrating somebody's existence, somebody's life. Somebody's like, oh my God, I made it around the sun. You know what I mean? Like, how in the hell can you sit and think, I had expectations for this? Why did I not? Like, this was boring. This sucked. Like, what? I have more to yap about, but let's keep watching.
Now in the same space as someone, and that's just not something me or my friends wanted to do. I tried for a couple of hours and it just wasn't the vibe. Not comfortable and having fun somewhere, don't stay. Like, you're never obligated to do that. So because of that, it was just a flop in my opinion. I want to clarify, it might look like an intimate event because not a lot of people showed up, but it's supposed to be like a big bar club scene.
So that was kind of it, all right? That was kind of the start of her being like, I left, like we were there for a few hours. I am so confused on what is the need for an influencer to review an event as if it is a product or brand event. Review it as such and be like, it didn't meet my expectations. I think it was a flop. Imagine somebody going to your birthday party and be like, it wasn't up to my expectations. Like, she had a lot of pink there. Go kick rocks with open-toed shoes. Well, I mean, it was kind of boring. There wasn't really much going on. I hate to break it to y'all. Oh my God, Marina. Hey girl, peace and love, not about you, okay? And all I gotta say is let's see how you would feel. Actually, yeah, let's bring this in. Let's see how you would feel if someone was reviewing your birthday. How would you feel? How would that be? You know, judging your budget, judging how you were handling things, and making fun of you mainly because no one was there. And now, by the way, I wanna make this clear. As I was scrolling through and looking into this party, because I'm very curious about like how nuts this situation is, there was a lot of videos that were posted up pretty much like later on into the night where it was jumping. There was a lot of people there. It was so much fun. Like, there was a lot going on from what I could see from other people who are actually invited and on the list, you know, having fun later on. But I'm just kind of thinking, why was your first thought when you go to somebody's birthday party to essentially make fun of the fact that nobody's there? I cannot even physically comprehend to where I would walk into somebody else's birthday party that I am so graciously invited to, well, brought along to, sorry, let me correct that, graciously around in somebody's vicinity, just there for somebody's birthday party. And I can't understand having having a first thought of, well, this sucks. My first thought, literally the second I saw this, I was like, oh my God, birthdays are so hard. Lots of people cry on their birthdays. You know, like sometimes it's hard, especially if you don't have a support system or maybe you don't have people that show up. Like it can suck. Even if you do have a lot of people show up, you might not have people that you want to show up and you're just missing out on that like wholesome experience and love. Either way, like I said, I'm sure many of you guys can relate to this, that birthdays can be awful at sometimes. I have cried many a birthdays because I just felt like dog shit. You know, it's life. What I will never do as a person is walk into somebody's birthday party and not a lot of people are there and think, this sucks. And all of a sudden just think only about myself. What would I do? I would immediately be like, oh, the birthday girl doesn't know me. I'm going to go out of my way to talk to her. When I see someone in need, call me Captain Save-A-Ho, call me Super I'm hopping in and I'm becoming your new bestie. We would have been best friends by the end of the night. I would be like, I don't give a shit if it's just you and me, if it's us and 5 other people. I don't care how many people are here. We are going to have so much fun. If we're at a club or a bar, we're going to request all the songs that we want. We're going to have fun drinks. We're going to share stories. We are going to have so much fun because I'm not letting your birthday suck. And I cannot comprehend anyone going into somebody else's birthday and actually having that visceral reaction of, this isn't fun. This isn't enjoyable. I can't make this about me. That is the most malicious, mean thing you could do. And to go out of your way and edit videos of it in a way to make fun of it is so sad. This other content creator, Rhegan, has a lot of followers and people that are defending her, which I completely get, like good for her. But imagine if this happened to somebody else who did it. And also, this is what I kind of thought. Imagine if this started becoming a normal thing for people to do. And that's why I was like, we need to make a video about this because I will be damned if we start seeing birthday party reviews on social media. We are losing touch with reality. And this is so devastating to see. I'm sorry, I get very motivated by this because I cannot stand people being mean. I cannot stand the mean girl shit.
Stay, like, you're never obligated to do that. So because of that, it was just a flop in my opinion. I want to clarify, it might look like an intimate event because not a lot of people showed up, but it's supposed to be like a big bar club scene. End of the day, as long as the birthday girl had fun, that is all that mattered. And it did look like she personally was having fun. I stand by my opinion.
Marina got verbally dog walked, if you will, on the internet. The sheer amount of stitches I did on my own TikTok because I was pissed off seeing this, and responses to this pretty much made her respond as well. And so you would think a normal person who up, right? If you did something stupid and messed up, should do something about that. Like I probably should respond and hold myself accountable, as you would think an empathetic, kind person would do, you know? Well, that's not the case. So this is her response a day later. That is just really the cherry on top. The caption says, there's no quote beef between me and this influencer. I don't think she knows you exist, babe. You don't have anything to worry about that. She said, I just felt the need to say one last thing and just never touch on it again after being attacked. Should I have added the squeaky noises? Probably not. But at the end of the day, no one deserves this much hate. She's referring to herself. I was simply stating true to my opinion on my page. Plus, one or not, smell creator or not, no one should be bullied into changing an opinion. No, but consequences do have actions, girl boss. And when you're a piece of shit on the internet and when you post something, you are accepting you are opening up yourself to criticism. And when you're a D1 dickhead on social media, you're gonna get some hefty comments coming back at you. So there's that.
The last time I'm speaking on this unnecessarily large drama, always use my TikTok page to talk about my experiences and story time. These are topics that are anything from college.
Hey, keyword, this could be a personal story that you could share, but you also could not air it out and make fun of somebody. See, the entire way that you could have handled this was, yeah, hey, like weeks ago I went to a birthday party at some point. It wasn't my vibe. Like maybe you could have just kept it more down low, but even still, I can't comprehend reviewing it. That's just me though. I can't comprehend that. I don't think that's necessary because it's not a brand event and it's not about you. But you didn't handle this respectfully. You're just shocked and appalled of, oh my God, people are coming out of the woodworks to get me. What'd you think they were gonna do? Pay for your Uber and drinks? Were they gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, Marina, you didn't have fun at someone else's birthday party when it wasn't about you?
Been extremely honest on here. Scroll on my page and see this. And so I got the opportunity to go to this party. It is my fault that I made an assumption based on this flyer.
So she's showing the flyer here. It says Pony Up X Rhegan. Okay, the only thing I'm getting from this is the fact that she might be partnering with a brand which could sponsor a birthday party, which is kind of sounds like common sense because like some big creators literally get parties sponsored by brands, but it's not a brand event. Like it's clearly a birthday party. My thing is clearly you're not involved in the influencer industry enough, girly, to understand that this is very obviously, in my opinion, a brand that is partnering up with Rhegan to help promote and push her birthday party. But again, what do I know?
I was misled by it and I thought that it was going to be like an influencer event slash party. There was also
You were misled. It clearly says birthday party. How else can we take that? Also, why are we talking about it? This is stupid. What you could have done, here's a hot take. What you could have done is if there was a brand that was promoting, I don't know this brand, right? I need to look into that. But if there was product, you'd have talked about that. You'd have talked about that. You could have talked about the brand part. What you didn't need to do is be an asshole to somebody on the internet, but you did.
Over 450 people on this list, almost 500, which again made me assume that this was going to be a larger scale influencer type party. I want to clarify that I didn't expect her to pay for my Uber and to pay for all my drinks. I was just explaining a standard that I'm used to based on the several other events that I've been to that are advertised or look similar to the flyer and the party pool that this one had. It's crazy.
Birthday party versus influencer event. I cannot stress this enough. Birthday party, celebrating a human being, versus a brand promoting a product launch. Two different ball fields that we should not even be comparing them to.
As it may sound, someone with 50,000 followers can have expectations and standards.
Okay, so what she's referring to is somebody who was like, she only has 50,000 followers. She shouldn't be like expecting much here, which on the grand scale of things, I know technically that is small for an influencer. Either way, this is not, again, like she's not understanding. This is not about you, girl. This is not about you. This video should have been an accountability video of, hey, I shouldn't have acted that way. I handled it wrong. I took it and treated this as an influencer event and it was someone's birthday party. I want to personally apologize to Rhegan in the way that I handled this. And I also want to personally apologize to my friend who graciously added me as a +1 and for publicly humiliating them on social media. I apologize. This will never happen again. It could have been all that, but instead we're yapping away.
I have timestamps and text messages that I was sending all throughout this event and it just never picked up while I was there. Again, I was there for hours. And
okay, great. We got snickerdoodle, chocolate chip, and then raisin and oatmeal. What cookie do you want?
Based on what I'm seeing from the birthday girl, it looks like she did have fun. And I did say that in my previous video that at the end of the day, that is all that mattered, that she had fun. So I don't understand why this is still a conversation. I posted an OOTD very excited even before I got to the event. I had the experience I had. Someone commented and asked if I had fun. I said that I didn't. Then I decided to make a video showing what I saw and why I didn't have fun. And all the bullying and threats that I'm getting that she isn't stopping is not going to change that. Stand by my person.
And the fact that this Marina girl is like, she's not calling off her followers. This is bullying, like totally acting like the victim here. Don't start something with a big creator then. Like you have to accept the fact that if you try and start something with a big creator and if you play stupid and if you're being an awful person and if they respond, as they should, because do not keep doing something that you don't want to receive back, then you cannot be shocked when their followers swoop in and are like, you're being an asshole. Now, of course, there's going to be conversations that we can have where it's like, wow, yeah, certain follower bases are unhealthy and insane because yes, absolutely, but you can't control that. So you're not the victim here, Marina, and I'm not going to think that. Don't start some shit you can't handle.
Personal opinion, and she stands by hers, and both of those things are okay. She proved her point in her video that people did end up showing up. It just didn't look like that for the hours that I was there. So that is that. We can wrap this up now because one person's opinion should not shake your personal experience. And I would just never want to be attached to a fandom that has so much hate within it.
And that's so funny that you say attached to a fandom that has so much hate within it. No, I think people are dragging you because you look like an ass on social media. You know, like you did this to yourself. No one would have said anything or had a problem with you if you were handling this a lot better, or you didn't even post this shit to begin with. You know what I mean? Now, I kind of scrolled through this content creators page a little bit just because I was like, has she had this history? Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. She's somebody that will make jokes, and I'll play some videos up here of the fact that she's been canceled for being on a Shein trip before, but she's doing it again and like thinking it's so funny. She also made a video going about like when I'm going to see like I think she said something along the lines of when I'm going to see a Shein factory and I'm the youngest one there. LOL, there's no children, you know, being forced into labor. I'm the youngest one here.
bachelorette trip to Vegas. Everybody knows partying in Vegas is so fun, and I was like, I want to do that. Every night there was a dress code, and it said for clubbing and going out. My outfit, thinking I'm gonna go out because it says we're gonna go out. Fast forward, I'm at the airport and the bride is there too. I'm so excited to get the party started. She says, yeah, but I'm not drinking this weekend. I say, what now? Because if you didn't want to drink, why did you pick Vegas? I have to judge because sober people can be fun too. Not this girl though. I get Fat Tuesday because we're in Vegas. You have to get Fat Tuesday. It's noon, and she was like, you're gonna start drinking already this early to book an expensive spa without asking anybody. Don't go to Vegas to relax. You go to Vegas to party. And it's nighttime and it's time to go out, and she says she doesn't feel good. She doesn't want to go out. I booked and paid for a flight. I bought outfits for every single night. I'm hitting the street. Another girl go out. The bride and two of the girls stay. When we come back, the room is all cleaned up. The girl that went out with me texts me like, girl, do you think they're ditching on the bed? And I wake up to screams. All I went out with is like, Marina, you need to wake up right now. These hoes all leaving to the airport. We went out. They booked their flight. The bride was like, I'm leaving. You guys ruined my bachelorette trip. She stranded us in Vegas. Ended up booking a hotel with that girl, and we ended up staying the whole duration of what was supposed to be the bachelorette trip. Obviously, didn't go to the wedding because I am the wrong. What are your thoughts?
Awful person. Okay, so Rhegan actually finally responded, and I will react to that, and then we will wrap this up.
I know people have stress cried before or cried out of anger, but have any of you gotten so angry or upset that you've gotten literal hives? Anyone else? Hives. Social media baffles me every single day, because why do I have to do this right now? And for all the birthday shit that's going on right now, it's fucking weird. Why do I have to apologize for anyone because people aren't perceiving a video well of someone else saying they didn't like my birthday party? You're the one that made a video about me. If you're getting negatively perceived for a mean video that you made about someone else, I'm not fucking in charge of that. This is weird. This is absurd. Why do I even have to talk about this stuff? Like, why do I defend myself? Imagine defending to people online as a normal 22-year-old who just also so happens makes videos. And do I condone the mean things being said? No, that's fucking weird. Like, don't be a weirdo back. That's just hypocritical. Like, you're doing the exact same thing. Clocked. To call me the bully when all I did was have a fucking birthday party that you didn't like and you got hate because you posted a video shit talking it, like, that's on you, babe.
So that was pretty much just a few clips of her response. Really, again, I know a lot of you guys can see this on TikTok yourself, but to kind of my final thoughts with everything. I am incredibly concerned with the way that a lot of influencers handle themselves. For the longest time, I didn't really get why people had a problem with influencers. I was like, and then I was like, why? Like, it's just, and then it was like, the more that I started learning about it and like getting more involved in my own career, the more that I was like, ooh, I'm not getting in this area. I'm not stepping here. I'm not being friends with these people. Like, I completely comprehend why people don't like influencers and are very skeptical of them, is because of shit like this, of the way that some people handle themselves, the way that people make things about themselves in a way that shouldn't be, the way people can be incredibly out of touch. We just made a video that was discussing overconsumption and how there are people that will make every single day videos about Amazon hauls, and they will be like, these are must-haves, or they will push products that are incredibly unnecessary, that it's like they shouldn't even exist, you know? Or people that will be like, try being an influencer, it's so hard. Oh my God, like, it's exhausting. There are influencers even who will flat out scam you. There are influencers who will sparkle and get excited when they see a check and they don't actually critically think about the things that they do or are paid for. And it just severely disappoints me, because now I get concerned too when content like this is out there, that there might be like a new trend, you know? Because I get it, social media has new trends and things that pop up for content creators to do. We need to not have things like this be a problem, okay? And I know that Marina's getting dragged. I do not believe this is going to become a trend, but there are people who are that delusional on the internet who have a following and gain followers from this situation, because she went from 50 to what, 60 something, like 60,000 followers. That's nuts. I can't comprehend following someone after that, but they do. And there are people who have audiences who do not give a shit, who play the victim after this, starting a problem and starting a conversation about something and being shocked when someone makes a response. Like, I know every video I make, anyone that I talk about has a right to respond. I don't have to like what they say, but they do. You know, like that is the reality of the internet. But this out of touch shit is insane. Moral of the story, if you guys see any out of touch influencer shit like this, send it my way, because I would absolutely love to talk about it. I think there's a lot of it going on right now, which is nuts. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and talk to me about what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.